So we're still talking about that Ferris wheel. I love that idea. You know, go around and around and eat. Welcome back to Trending on Shaw. My name is Phoenix, and we are excited to have this next guest in here, and a lot of college students are excited to hear from her as well, too. Their goal, get this, is to provide students with the opportunity to get the startup experience in a safe and familiar environment. She is the COO of Startup Calgary. Her name is Camille McInnes, who joins us today. So you're okay with going on the Ferris wheel?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think so. It's not like bungee jumping, so.
Yeah, we were talking about this Ferris wheel, if you missed it, that Beakerhead has, that you can actually eat a meal while you go around and around.
Absolutely.
Put that on the U of C campus, it would be popular.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. I'll bring it up today and see what the students say.
I love this idea about jump-starting your career in essence, because you're taking it out of the classroom and putting some real-life application to what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely. There's lots of skills that you can learn from experience, and just having more of those experiences can help propel you. So I really strongly believe in doing things like this startup weekend to get more of those skills.
So demify it for us. What is a startup weekend? Who's involved? What's it all about?
A startup weekend, we usually bring together developers, designers, and then non-technical people. So really non-technical just means everyone else. And we'll bring them together on a Friday night where they'll pitch an idea for some kind of software or some cool idea that they might have. And then they form teams around it and work on it throughout the weekend. And on Sunday night, they'll pitch to a panel of judges.
Get out of town.
Yeah, it's really exciting. Through the whole weekend, there's always tons of energy, and it's always, the feedback we always get is that it was a valuable experience.
So the people that initiate this, these are professionals in their field already, or are these just college students?
Not necessarily. For this event specifically, it will be college students, but we get a range of people from professors, researchers, people in industry, students, all across the board who come out and just say, I have this an idea, and it might be crazy, but let's just see. And usually you can get some kind of an idea over the course of 54 hours.
Now, this is not the first year that you've had something like this.
No, we've been running these startup weekends for approximately 2 to 3 years now. So, but there is a really good demand for it. So we started with 1, and then we're up to 4 per year now.
So give us some ideas of what will actually, some of the ideas that have come out of this in the past. I'm sure there's some really cool ones.
There are some really great ones that have come out of our city that have been really successful. And one of my favorites came out of 2012, February edition. And Kevin Crow from Give a Mile pitched this idea, and he was saying he volunteers at hospices, and there's plenty of people who never get to see loved ones before they pass. And so what he came up with and pitched was, so many people have these extra air miles just sitting around. Why don't we just pool them together and give flights to people so that they can see their loved ones? And so just recently, I believe they've raised over 1 million air miles. I think they've done like 10 flights or something like that. Amazing.
What a great idea.
Amazing story.
Simple idea.
Simple idea, although, you know what? It's actually a little bit more difficult to put into reality than you would think, but started with a very simple idea, and they've done an amazing job so far.
This is a movement of sorts,
yes,
this Startup
absolutely.
Weekend.
Movement, Startup Weekend and Startup Calgary, so very much we're grassroots. And every time someone comes out to a startup weekend, we find that next time they come back with a friend, which is great. And like I said, it's really about that experience and the energy that you feel and just the learning that comes out of it. So it's been great.
These college students who for the first time, they hear about an event like this, they look and they're a part of it, they do get a lot out of it. But it does have that practical application. So yes, they are in classes, yes, they have other students around them that are sort of on their own little way. But here, it really does seem like a gathering. We saw some images earlier. It is really a gathering, a melting pot of information.
Yeah, definitely. Melting pot of information, melting pot of people. It's a very strong community, and I think that's what people really like about it. And then that sense of community and that learning that they get can then be pushed forward into industry. So great example is in energy, we're starting to see a lot of intrapreneurial type groups where they want to create solutions for their companies within. So these are the types of skills that they can transfer when they get into the workplace too.
It's worldwide.
Yeah, absolutely. Startup Weekend is a global thing. So I believe there's more startup weekends run than there are Starbucks, I think is the stat.
Come on.
Yeah, absolutely. All over the place, like Middle East, Asia, South America, and it's run by Up Global, great organization, not-for-profit, worldwide. So.
What a
Yeah.
testament to the youth of Calgary, but the youth of the world as well.
Absolutely.
I love it. It's called the Startup Weekend, and yes, it's happening at the U of C. Starts this weekend.
It starts
correct?
today.
Tonight.
Tonight. So
Register and-
registration starts at 4. People can still go online and register if they want.
Love it.
Startupcalgary.ca under the programs, and yeah, $25, $35 a ticket, I believe. So
Thanks for doing this.
yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
She's the COO of Startup Calgary. It is Camille McInnes. Still to come, taking a horse riding event to a whole new level. What? Yeah. More to come. Here's what's happening in and around Calgary. You are watching Trending on Shaw now.